Okay, step your game up TV, man. We in here with Don Blake. Yo, we're gonna start it off, you know what I mean? We're at the tour for life, full blast movement. We're gonna start off like this. Where you from?
Newark, New Jersey.
Okay, Newark, New Jersey. You're gonna perform tonight. You know what I mean? I know you're gonna do your thing.
Hopefully.
Everybody on full blast. You know, all the artists they pick, y'all usually top notch.
Appreciate that.
So we had to describe your sound, your music. What would you say in a few words?
Hip hop, that's what it is. You know what I mean? It's just under my understanding of just growing in the culture. You know what I mean? In terms of what hip hop is and the music. You know what I mean? I just soak in as much of it as I can. You know what I mean? Whether it's through the internet or in person. I've learned from a lot of people, and so as a result, my sound is just what I feel is hip hop to me in its truest form. And so I'm able to, I'm taking it to old times to where, traditionally, music is in a certain tempo. In terms with the bars, and so I love that. It's always been who I've been since I was a little kid, and now as a result, it's grown to where I'm able to even rock trap beats now, and be able to rock to another tempo. So it's been a lot of fun. I love hip hop, and as a result, I try and encapsulate that in my music.
That's what's up. And if you had to describe like some of your influences or artists you grew up listening to, like
right,
what are some of the names you would say?
DMX, Nas, Scarface, Jay-Z.
Okay.
In terms of like current dudes that's hot right now, I like G Herbo.
Okay.
Lil Baby, you know what I mean? I think they really fire. I also, who else can I say in terms of artists I really like? Wu-Tang, of course, Raekwon.
Okay.
I've always loved D Block too. Whether it's Jadakiss, Styles P, Sheek Louch, whoever. Anybody out that camp is crazy. So I got a lot of rappers I love, man. I could go so many different zones with it. You know what I mean? To like Rakim, Cool G Rap. Slick Rick. There's so many artists I love listening to. So yeah.
That's what's up. And how long how long you been rocking with Full Blast?
Since 2022, man. I've been here, so it's like my 5th year with them. Yeah.
Okay.
Full Blast is, they treat me real well. So yeah.
That's what it is. And when it comes to mental health prevention cause, what does that mean to you?
Well, in terms of mental health, it's a big part, because I feel like, mentally everything else gets taken care of, if you take care of your mental health, that'll show your physical health eventually, of course, there's a lot of things that we go through, and I think that mental health could help, in terms of your different parts of life, it can help you a lot. And reality is, we're in a world where it's almost impossible to be mentally healthy at times, because just not only the distractions of what's going on around us, and the challenges that we face, but also what goes on that we can't control, around us that we're not even living completely near, So it's just a lot of shit going on, and so as a result, people, we scramble, we try and figure out life, and there's really no answer. So, it's our lives that where we truly find what the answer is, but at the same time, getting healthy is a big thing, So whether you got to talk to somebody, whether it be a therapist or, a friend of yours, somebody in your family, whoever it is, just talking, it can really help you a lot, certain things, you might not want to share, but, at a time you feel comfortable, maybe you could, whatever you think, will help you the most. So it's like that, I think a therapist, for example, is a good thing to have in terms of your mental health. It's a big thing. So, and I think hip hop is a big part of it because, we reflect mental health in our records, in terms of what we go through in life. So that's honestly, hip hop is the ultimate art form when it comes to mental health. So it's appropriate,
That's what it is. And as far as your journey, like when it comes to music, is it more like a hobby to you, or are you trying to get signed, or are you looking to just stay independent?
It's just because it's who I am, I think. Like I just love doing this. Right now I'm independent. I just been rapping since I was a little kid. I've been taking it seriously since like 2022, and it grew fast. Lately, I've just been enjoying just doing these shows. It's been a lot of fun, and just not only to be able to perform my records in all these different cities and states, but the fact that people are rocking with them, I'm able, to connect with these people. It's a lot of fun. So I'm enjoying that. And on top of that, the features. having a real dope process, you know what I mean? Being able to work up from a certain point and getting hot records, and then, you know, being able to work that into features has been something that's really cool. You know, like my favorite feature I would say is Raekwon the Chef, you know what I mean? That joint I'm really proud of, and so it's been a lot of fun, you know what I mean? Right now, you know, at the age of 26, I'm still learning, and you know, I'm learning. So I'm just, yeah.
Yeah, and if you want to give out any of your social medias, anything you want to say to them in closing?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Real Don Blake. And you know, my name is Don Blake, my artist name. So if you want to see me on all platforms, check me out there. My debut album, Mafioso's Manual, is out now. Got the single Infrared featuring Raekwon, and Step Up Your Speed's another one. You know, I appreciate y'all, you know what I mean, Full Blast Movement, you know, and that's really it, man. Yo, just keep doing what you do for the love of hip hop, man, and keep it real at all times. So, one.
Step your game.